Hey everybody, welcome to Passing Time with Will and Dan, the show where you listen and we talk about whatever. Whether you be on the road or at a doctor's appointment when you should be listening to the show.
Maybe listen to the doctor and not us. I mean, we can give you medical advice.
Oh God, no.
Put some ice on it.
Yeah. We
elevate it. Put a little bit of heat on there. There you go.
But it's detached from my body.
Oh, well, you're gonna wanna.
Well, my arm fell off. I've got dysentery. I'm bleeding from my eyeballs.
We're just gonna have to start over. Somebody. Oh God.
Wait, with the patient?
Yeah. we need a new patient. This one's completely busted.
Let's bring in the next one, Janet, please. I'm your host. I forgot to introduce ourselves.
What if they had a doctor's office and it was like The Price is Right and it's like, come on down! Come on down! And you had to bid to be seen. That would be interesting.
How much do you think this operation's worth? $1,
Mom! Nope, it's your entire life savings.
It's never $1.
It's your entire life savings.
Oh God. Little update around these parts, at least these parts being the house in which this podcast gets recorded. So on Friday, we're recording this on Sunday, like we do most weeks. Lindsay and Leia are gone. For those who don't know, Lindsay's my friend and landlord, and Leia is her dog. So it's just me here. It's nice for every once in a while to just, have a place to yourself and just.
I agree.
Walk around in your underwear.
This is my daily life. This is my routine.
Yeah. How has it been going, Will?
I mean, it's the best thing in the world.
Yeah. It's, I mean, don't get me wrong, Lindsay. I mean, I don't think Lindsay actually listens to this. But if you're listening to it, sure, I miss it's nice,
you.
It's nice to be around, but it's like,
every once in a while.
Just, yeah. So anyway, that's just been what's going on in my life. Something that I realized that I feel like I never really felt like I cared about too much. Something that I actually realized in the past week, while Lindsay was here, was that what's funny is that I'm not even the person watching it, but if I see somebody watching a movie but they're not paying attention to it, I don't know, okay, this is not against Lindsay or whatever. And Lindsay, again, if you're listening to this, I'm not critiquing the way you watch things, but it's something that I don't know, whatever. Okay, so something that I realized that she will do sometimes is that she. Okay, people in general. I'll say people in general will
put a movie on.
Put a movie on.
Yeah.
But just then look at their phone.
Yep.
And I just don't understand. I'm the kind of person where, how, when people are oh, if you're really tired but you can't get to sleep, maybe turn the TV on and then call. I can't. Things in this world cause I'm just drawing attention to it so much that I can't just watch something and then go to bed. My brain is just too.
Sometimes I'm like that, but most of the time I will have something on TV before I fall asleep. And usually I leave it on, and then it will cut off. And then. Oh, really?
Okay. Yep. Do you have the sleep function button?
Sometimes I use that, and then sometimes I'll just wake up and my TV's blaring, and I'm like, oh God.
Oh, so you like end up taking a lot of naps like on your couch or whatever?
No, this is just every night falling asleep.
Oh. Wait, so do you wake up like every morning at like 2 a.m. with the TV?
Sometimes, yeah.
And then you just walk to the bed and then you just fall asleep?
No, like in my bed. Oh. I have the TV on.
You're in your bed.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, the TV in my bedroom.
I thought maybe you were like slept on the couch and then moved to the bed and like every night. Okay. Yeah, it's I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't know if it's because the duration of movies versus TV.
It's never a movie. I can never fall asleep with a movie on. It's always a TV show.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And it's always a TV show that I've already seen.
Oh.
I'm very specific about the things I can put on before I go to bed.
It makes sense. Like, now knowing that, I feel much more like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm down.
No. It can't be like a series I'm like watching for the first time and like it's. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's usually just like a handful of shows, and they're all NBC sitcoms. They're all. It's either like The Office, Parks and Rec, 30 Rock, or Community.
Yeah, I would watch either 30 Rock or Community just. Before bed. That sounds great.
That's pretty much those are like my go-to.
Now I'm totally on your side.
Okay.
Not okay. I know last week we had like a bit of a, or no, it was like 2 weeks ago. The heightened utensil thing where we, whatever. Not that that's even like a big. It's not like politics anyway. It's something. I'm on your side now. That totally makes sense. No. Whereas like a movie, it's supposed to be like you're supposed to give it your attention for like 90 to sometimes 120 minutes to sometimes in game 3 hours or Lord of the Rings. But like to see somebody normal, other people, not Lindsay, when they watch stuff sometimes, like especially movies, they just like look at their phone and I'm just like, what? Like freaking, like, I don't know. My reasoning is, and which doesn't make sense because it applies both to TV and movies, is that like they spent so much time putting it together. Like there's pre-production, they spent months writing it. They spent like 3 to 6 months shooting the damn thing. There's months of editing and special effects, especially if it's like something like in-game or whatever. And then you're just gonna just like look down at your phone and not.
I'm guilty of that too because my attention span like is bad.
I mean, some movies like the movies that don't really hold your attention or like seem to like drag on, and you're just like, okay, like by that point, just then maybe turn it.
Like I'm that way with like television, movies, and video games. Like usually I have to do both at the same time.
Oh.
Like I'll have to be playing, like, my setup at home, my desktop, I have, 2 monitors, and one of them is like the game I'm playing, the other one is the show or movie I'm watching.
Okay.
Or the YouTube video or whatever.
Yeah.
So that kind of like, those are the games I play are usually ones that like I can also do both.
Oh, okay.
So lately my game I've been playing Binding of Isaac.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So I will have, I'll be playing Binding of Isaac and then watching.
It's something similar. Like every time you play through it, but it's random.
Yep.
But it's like you have to be paying attention or else you'll die.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's. I mean, what was crazy is that like, she'll even do stuff, like while she's doing it. So like, I mean, not to out her again. This is me just outing her, and I feel bad.
Well, friend of the podcast, my mom does the same thing. My mom's a friend of the podcast. You didn't know, but yeah, my mom will put on like a show or a movie, and then like go to the kitchen and start cooking dinner. I'm like, why did you put this on?
Yeah,
you're not gonna. Watch it.
I would much rather like put on a podcast than because like that's what I've been doing. Is I mean not to whatever. I mean it's weird to mention the platform of which you're on. Anyway, I'll put on some My Brother and Me while I'm making dinner or whatever. But like to put it on, like, so, okay. Maybe it's just because I really enjoyed it and it was just really well received and really well made. But while we were in Japan, there was a day that I took. It was the only day where I was literally by myself at the house because everybody else was like either traveling out of town or like whatever. And so that day, like, we had been walking 10 miles a day, and I'm freaking tired, and I'm like, I'm just going to chill.
Yep.
I ended up watching The Big Sick with...
Kumail Nanjiani?
Yeah. Hopefully future friend of the podcast. Even like forming that sentence in my brain, I thought it was hilarious. Kumail Nanjiani, and, it's just like a really well movie.
It's a well movie.
It's a well movie. He falls in a well. And so, it's just like really well made and it's just great. And it like, it was just great, and I really enjoyed it. But to see Lindsay like watching the movie while she's like doing the dishes or something, I'm just like, maybe this is one that
so it has to be okay. So it was that was the movie she was watching. She's watching the big thing. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was like Shrek 4.
Oh no!
And you're like, I can't believe you're not giving your undivided attention to Shrek 4. Because I will start watching a movie, and then sometimes if it doesn't like catch me or something, I will like I don't even get on my phone and just mess around. Still be watching it, but it won't have captured my attention.
Yes. Yeah, and it was just
but sometimes you get to a point where it's like, I'm not gonna give up on watching this movie because I've already put in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm gonna see this through, but I can't just watch this because it's I'm bored watching this movie.
Okay.
So.
I'm sorry, Chris Pratt and everybody involved. I kind of aborted the mission. I never do this, but did you ever see Lego 2?
No, I've seen the first one, but I have not seen the second one.
Big something that they clearly didn't promote in their marketing, which is there's musical numbers in it.
Oh.
And like I was like, I don't know. Okay, sure, it came out like 6 months ago, but we're gonna have a hot take on it now from Dan over here. They didn't need to do that. Like it was like, okay, I mean, you saw the original, right?
Yep.
Okay, it's a great movie.
Yep.
It's real good. The casting, they brought everybody back. They started doing musical numbers, and it's like, why?
Why?
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, I was like, oh boy. And so like the first one happened, and it was like super short, and I was like, oh, that was weird for them to do that, to have a random character.
How many musicals did it take before you aborted?
I think it was the third one.
Ooh.
The second one, it was actually what's her name? Oh, she's become super popular. She was in that Girl Trip movie. Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish is the main bad person. And like she did her number about like how she's not a bad guy. I was like, oh boy, okay, this is it. The thing is, musicals aren't my thing. Yep. It's not, whatever. And so I was like, okay. And then the third one started happening, and I was like,
that's enough of that.
Okay, yeah. And I feel bad because like I loved the first one. I wanted the second one to be great, but the fact that they had like totally added a new genre to the, which I get it. You want to shake up the formula, but when you don't, adding that to the formula with most movies, it's just like. It would be like if Indiana Jones, like the new one, if they just added music, like you'd be like, why is Indiana Jones now singing?
Yes.
So anyway, so like, I will have to say it does take me a lot for me not to for me to stop watching a movie.
No.
But yeah, it was. Anyway, now that we're done shitting on my. The movie that I enjoyed watching for a moment. Let's get to a question. Is this episode fucked?
It's on the road to being fucked. I will say that.
Okay, because we've been going for 17 minutes.
Ooh. Let's just. I don't think we need to do a U-turn. But we should probably get off this. We should get off on the next exit and get back to...
I'm going to get off the exit right now.
Okay.
God.
We were on the road to Fucksville.
Okay, yeah, let's get... Okay, this is from CT. Thanks, CT, from our email. Hey, guys, would you rather live the rest of your lives underwater or in outer space? Let's assume food and shelter and all that is no problem, and you live full, healthy lives. Okay, food and shelter is fine, but Would I die? I'm assuming that that's implied.
Yeah, that you won't.
Would you rather? Would you rather live in space, like in a? Okay, I'm gonna add to this. This is Chris, not CT. Well, the email. Never mind. And he says, "P.S. Get a PO box." Thanks. Which we will get eventually. Okay, so I'm gonna add to this. Okay. Maybe you're in a spacesuit, and then maybe you're in a.
I'm assuming this is like
should we have gills, or like should we have?
I'm assuming like this is like a colony, like we've colonized the moon, or we've colonized the bottom of the ocean, or something like that. Okay. Along those lines. So you're living in like a research facility type thing. I guess space for me.
Yeah, space is filled with less monsters, and the fact that there are none.
I'm assuming there's like good gravity outside for fun times. Yeah, so I can do big hops,
like big fun cartwheels and like.
I can't do a cartwheel now. I can probably do one on the moon though, maybe.
Yeah, sure.
Underwater?
Why
Heck
not?
No.
Heck no. Well, you could do like somersaults, but like then you just get sick, and that's not too fun. Plus, like there's scary shit underwater.
Exactly.
And that's
there's no monsters on the moon that we know of,
except for that new movie that we're gonna make.
Oh boy,
the Attack of the Lunar Peanuts.
Oh,
I was like, oh boy, gonna go for people, but peanuts. They're anthropomorphic peanuts.
Mr. Peanut.
Yeah, it's a colony.
Gone to the dark side of the moon. Coming this summer.
The lagoons are coming after Yoons. God, we're working on it. We're workshopping. But yeah, like there's scary shit under the water. No fun.
Space seems more fun.
Yeah, it is. It will take a lot more effort to get to Earth.
Yeah.
From the moon, but and there's probably more dangerous. I feel like the danger that it would take to get back. Well, wait, hold on. What's the question? The rest of your lives. Okay. Yeah. So the safety of getting back to Earth.
You're not coming back.
Is not coming back. Okay, then. Okay, good. Because I was gonna say it probably evens out the danger level, but if we're gonna stay in space, I'd rather stay in space.
Yeah.
If like my other friends were also going to space. Do you want to come to space?
I'll go to space.
Let's go to space, everybody. We'll just somehow have an endless supply of food and.
Yeah, I'm assuming like just
food and shelter. Yeah.
But no fun.
So shelter would be involved. So like we wouldn't have to just sleep on
for
the
rest
surface
of your life.
moon.
You got 15 seconds.
Do you think that it's possible to launch yourself enough away from the moon to just drift off into space?
No.
Okay, didn't think so either.
I don't have the calves for that.
Yeah, and even with the lunar rover, if you hit a sick jump, dude, we're never.
Yeah, I don't think you can get enough lift.
Dude, that would be sick though. Yeah. Getting some sweet air.
I caught so much air, I flew off the moon.
Now I'm just drifting off to space until the day I die.
Worth it.
I got enough food somehow to die drifting through space. Well, that's going to be... God, lately the episodes have just been me ranting for like 10,
this has 15 minutes. It's become a little bit of Dan's weekly...
and I'm sorry. I feel like... Will, I should let you talk more.
Oh boy!
But
I don't think anybody wants that.
And I apologize for that, both to you and the listeners. And also, we haven't been really answering questions very often.
No.
And sorry, but we'll have more meetings and we'll
workshop it.
God. This whole episode is fucked. Anyway, I hope you all have a great week. Can
we even ask them to send us questions now?
Yes, we can. Okay. We can. Okay. This is my declaration. Next week, unless something crazy shit happens, like I lose my leg and then I gotta tell you my leg losing story.
Your Legolas story.
My Legolas story. Then we'll just solely do questions.
We'll jump straight with questions,
unless there's something you want to talk about. Will at the beginning.
No, there won't be. I will make sure my next coming week is as uneventful as possible, so we will jump straight into questions.
And I'm sorry, everybody. Next week will be a totally questionable episode.
Yes,
that's what we'll call it, the questionable episode.
Yes.
We haven't even recorded it, and we just titled it. That's going to be it. Please send questions. We've been getting questions here and there, but not of recently, probably because of the aforementioned me rambling. But please send questions. Send it to passingtimecast@gmail.com. Or if you're on Twitter and don't want to do email because that's for old people, do hashtag passingtimecast. And we'll see it. Or reply to either of us. I don't think we've mentioned our Twitter handles in a while. I'm at MotionDan.
And I'm at WSal93.
We'll answer your questions. If you're watching this on YouTube, just comment below. We get a lot of comments or questions that way. If you liked our theme song, that was I've Been Seeing Things by They Might Be Giants. Go check them out. And also, I think it was this past week, I was on the Twitter and somebody, well, no, it wasn't somebody. This band that I really like, named Charlie Bliss, they were like, one of our life's goals is to be referred to as friend of the podcast. And so, like, I replied and tagged us both and was like, hey, we got you.
You can be our friend.
We'll have to look into how we can do that. Like, as far as, like, I don't know. But if you're, like, I don't know. It'd be cool to get other guests besides just, like, our friends.
Okay.
But I don't know. If you want to be like, yo, I know a dude who knows a weird band, or, like, I know this one random person, then just do the hashtag passingtimecast. Yeah. And we'll, I don't know. We're definitely still going to be having Roland. That may be next week. I don't know what our schedules will line up or not. Yeah. But anyway, so also send in questions for him as well. He's the big manager at the store. So, like, he's the big cheese. So maybe ask about, what it's like to, I don't know. Fuck it. Ask him whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm going to shut up now like I haven't stopped doing since this damn podcast started recording. Bye,
Brenda.
Fucking hell.